Okay, so here we are on another problem. So we're going to do recursive selection sort. Selection sort was introduced in the previous section, and it finds the smallest element in the list and swaps it with the first element. It then finds the smallest element remaining and swaps it with the first element in the remaining list, and so on until the remaining list only contains a single element. The problem can be divided into two subproblems, so you can find the smallest element in the list and swap it with the first element. Then you can ignore the first element and sort the remaining smaller list recursively. So the base case here, first let's undo this. So I'll copy the code, reset this. The first step is to fill in the method right here. So you want to sort the entire list. So we need to add this helper method in that section of the code. And then the next section is to sort the remaining list. So we want to increment from the lowest index all the way up to the highest index. So if I put the code back in here, what this is going to do is it's going to take the example that we have here and it's going to go through and sort it. So when you define this, the next step is to define the input and the output. So the input for this is going to be a list, the lowest index, and the highest index. That's the input and output of the method. The next step is to actually fill in the pieces of code that need to be added. So the bottom is going to be sort list low plus 1 high, and then increment that. And if we do an automatic check here, we can see that the code is correct. This is a simple example of checking recursive selection sort. What we're doing is we're checking to see if the lowest index is less than the highest index. If it is, set the index of the minimum to low, and then check the minimum of the list here. I'm going to set that, I'm going to assign that to the minimum, and then for I equal to low plus 1, I less than high, I plus plus, if the element in this list is less than minimum, then we're going to set the new minimum to the element in that list, and then we're going to reset the index of the minimum. Then we're going to swap the smallest in the list. So here's where we do the swapping part. And then we reset the index, the lowest index, to the minimum. And if we run a compile and run, you can see that the output that we get here is -1, since that's the minimum. That's going to be the first one that's going to be set. Then we get 0, and then we get 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 5. Okay.